missing things. Today, we're missing our little bird that was in the tree. So that's the only big difference now. So let's get this party started. Once again, if you guys see me constantly looking over here, this is where you're on the big screen. So it's just me watching you guys. Let's do this thing. For the veterans, warm-up stays the same, nice and easy, no need to worry about that. So we start off with a little high knees march, just checking in, seeing which body showed up today. Couple of deep breaths. It's not always the same ones. We gotta check in. If it feels good, if it feels right, turn it into that little jog, light on the feet. And, ooh, we gotta turn our mood lighting on. Alexa, turn them all on. There you go, get the mood lighting on. Take the same thing into our booty kickers. Heels to the bum, stretching out the front of the leg. And once again, if it feels good, if it feels right, light on the feet, little jog. Getting the breath moving, getting the body moving. And we'll take the same thing with our alternating leg lunges. Dropping your back knee, driving through the front heel. Really trying to press through that front foot. We want to push the floor away. We don't just want to kind of body roll up. There she is, hello Vanessa. We don't just want to kind of find our way up through the path of least resistance, but instead press through the floor and bring yourself up. Hello, hello. Next time the right foot comes out in front, we'll move around in the low lunge, working out all the cracks, all the kinks. Anything that's not serving you, anything that you don't need, let it go. And settling in, bring yourself up, high lunge. Finding your balance, stability. There you go, right on cue mark, perfect. Little back bend if you want. Left hand plants, right hand to the sky. Breathe into the twist. Drawing your right knee towards the midline, taking that little extra stretch into the side body. Both hands down, both feet back, nice strong plank. Shoulders stack over elbows over wrist, belly button into the spine. Reach through your heels, reach through the crown of your head. And left foot comes forward. Once again, moving around in the shape. Whatever's not going to serve you, let it go. And settling in, bring yourself up, high lunge, finding your balance. Little back bend if you want it. Right hand plants, left hand to the sky. Breathe into the twist. Both hands down, both feet back. Nice strong plank. Once again, go through your checklist from heels to crown of your head, your one straight line. Firm and strong like a board, not sinking at the hips, not helium in the booty, but instead that one straight line. Press it back, downward dog, pedaling through the backs of your legs, ankles, calves, hamstrings. And heels to the mat, hips to the sky. Walk your hands back to your feet, roll it up one vertebrae at a time. And shake it off. All right. Yeah, you're good. There's my wife sneaking underneath the camera. All right, so the joys of working in 400 square feet. Anyone else miss gyms? All right, here we go. Let's start this thing off. We're going 2-minute AMRAPs. We're gonna do 2 of them back to back. I call it coast to coast. We're gonna move from one side of the mat to the other. So it starts 5 jumping jacks, walk out, hinge at the hips, hit that plank, push up, frogger. So that frogger is where you either jump or step your feet wider than your hands. We're gonna lift all the way up, trying to find a balance on your tippy toes, and then a little 180. 5 jumping jacks. Hinge at the hips, walk out, push up, frogger, come all the way up onto your tippy toes, try to find balance. It's deceiving. That might be the hardest part of this little circuit. So, 10 seconds away. You can either stick with me, or once you find that rhythm, once you find that pace, you can go off on your own pace. So, here we go. Starting off nice and easy, one side of the mat. We start with our 5 jumping jacks. 4, 5, hinge at the hips. Walk it out, hit your plank, take your push-up however you want it. Frogger, jump or step your feet wider than your hands. Flip all the way up onto your tippy toes. See, it's hard. I fell out of it. 180, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We hinge at the hips. Walk it out. Push up if you want it. Jump or step your feet wider than your hips. Or up onto the tippy toes. Hold it as long as you can. 180. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hinge at the hips. Walk it out. Hit your plank. Push up if you want it. Jump or step your feet wider than your hands. Lift up. Hold the tippy toes as long as you can. Flip it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hinge at the hips. Once again, once you've found the rhythm, once you've found that pattern of movements, feel free to go at whatever pace you want. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whether that's a little faster, a little slower. We still have about 45 seconds. You might get to go down and back one more time. When you jump, those feet wider than your hands. Your hips are lower than your shoulders. We want to stand up with nice, strong legs, not body rolling up through our low backs. So we take that push up. We jump the feet wide. We press the floor away, squeezing quads, glutes, core, everything. And 15 seconds. That's it, that's it, that's it. And 5. We hinge. We walk it out. We take our push up. We take our frogger. We lift all the way up, squeeze everything. And that's that. We have 25 seconds to shake off. Once again, check in with the body. Maybe we want to stretch the quads. Maybe we want to stretch the hips. Maybe we need to work the shoulders, the neck. Have we been on 14-hour Zoom calls all week? Open up that front body. So 5 seconds away, we get 2 more minutes of this, and then we're moving on. That's it. 4-minute little warm up here. I'm already breathing heavy and I'm already starting to sweat. So we're doing something right, y'all. 5 jumping jacks. Hinge at the hips. Walk it out. Hit your plank. Take the push up if you want it. Jump the feet wide. Hips low. Heels heavy. Lift, squeeze. How long can you hold the tippy toes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hinge at the hips. Walk it out. Hit your plank. Push up if you want it. Jump the feet wide. Press through, lift, squeeze everything, lock it in. How long can you hold those tippy toes, that triple extension through your ankles, your knees, and your hips? Working on balance, core stability, hip stability, ankle stability, knee stability. It's all happening, all just by standing on your tippy toes. Woo! How do you think ballerinas make it look so easy? There you go. 4, 5, because they are athletes. Here we go. Hinge at the hips, you walk it out, hit that plank, take that push up, jump the feet wide, hips low, heels heavy, lift, squeeze, and take that rotation. Just that little 180 landing softly on bent knees. Heels heavy, walk it out. Take that push up, home stretch. Hips are lower than the shoulders. Feet are wider than the shoulders. Whew. 30 seconds. We might get down and back one more time. You find your happy pace. You find your happy place. Here we go. And showing up, turning on that Zoom call is the hardest part. You already did that, so now we just get to have some fun. 10 seconds, that's it, that's it. Straight through to those trumpets. Earn those trumpets. Here we go. And hoya. There it is. All right. 4 minutes of work. I'm already sweating. I won't blame it on our one little air conditioner unit. All right. So now we're going to go into our strength set. We're going to go 60 seconds on each of these kind of sets of moves, 30A, 30B. First one up, a lateral lunge with a bicep curl. First 30 seconds, we'll take a hammer curl. Second 30 seconds, we'll take a traditional curl. Small little change, but just to hit a little different part of that bicep while working that lower body. So first up, we're going to grab those 2 dumbbells, 2 weights, whatever you have available to you. We're just going to be stepping to the right. Big step to the right. We drive through that outside foot. we'll take that hammer curl first. So palms face in. Here we go. Big step to the right. And then we take that hammer curl. Big step to the right. And we'll take that hammer curl. Really thinking the knee stacks over the ankle. We're driving through. Same thing. You're going to hear me say it 100 times today. Push the floor away. Press the floor away through that foot. Don't think of taking the path of least resistance, but instead, press the floor away with resistance. In 3, 2, 1. We're going to step it over to the right side, taking that big step to the left, and then we'll take our traditional curl, where our palms will end up facing our armpits. Big step to the left, taking that traditional curl. Nice, Jeff. Perfect, Vanessa. Love it, love it, love it. Nice, Mark. Yep, sitting back into the heels. Olga, I'm sure you're crushing it, girl. It's good having you back in class. Here we go, 10 seconds. Drive through the heel. Spine stays long, chest stays lifted. In 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. All right, next up, Bulgarian split squat or split stance squat. If you have something to put a right foot up on, a chair, a bench, whatever, a couch, a couple of yoga blocks, you can do that. And we're just gonna drop that back knee. If you do not, we're just standing with a split stance, dropping that back knee, trying to keep the hips and shoulders nice and square. There you go, there you go. Vanessa, we'll pause that, don't worry, we'll keep that. We don't wanna miss out on any of that sweet time here. So we're rocking it out, dropping the back knee. Guess what I'm gonna say? Press through that left foot, push the floor away. Head, hips, knee, all stacked on top of each other. Pressing through and finding that stability in the standing leg. That back leg, even if you're just in that split stance, is gonna be where all of the hip stability comes from. And that front foot is gonna be where that movement comes from. We switch it off and left foot's going up or back. We drop down, drive through. Drop it down, nice, nice, nice. Really think, what would it take if you're just thinking of the pure physics of this? Press the floor away so that we ride straight up and down, just like a little elevator. Nice, y'all, nice, y'all, nice, y'all. We're gonna live here another 10 seconds just because we don't wanna be uneven. Finish it up. Woo, find that balance. Just with that split stance, we're still gonna take most of the weight into that front foot, that back foot there, just as a little support. Last 3, 2, 1, shake it off. We're down to our backs. We're going to take a chest press. So either flat back or hips lifted, we take that chest press or a decline chest press. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pressing through. If you're taking that decline press, keeping your neck long, shoulders down, hips lifted. If you just want your back flat on the ground to remove any of that tension in your low back, take care of yourself. You have 10 seconds left. And if you can, sneak a peek at your screen to look at me, what's coming next. Keep doing your chest press though. We're gonna take that overhead lat raise. Our backs are gonna lower to the ground, and we're going to try to keep the arms straight. It's not a tricep extension. We're not bending the elbows. We're reaching overhead, refusing to let our low back come off the ground. You should feel this in your lats, those big wings that come out of the side of your back. So right here, this is how we get those wings, that nice V shape that we want coming out of the shoulders. Belly button's drawn in, low back is glued to the ground. Shake that off, bring it back up. And just kidding, we are going to go into our renegade row and push-ups. Last 2 moves. For that upper body, we hover over that weight, nice strong plank. We row right and we row left, and then we finish it off with those push-ups. So 7 seconds away, and we're gonna start off with that renegade row. Hovering over. If this is too much for the wrists, you can always drop to all fours and do that alternating arm tabletop row as well. So take care of yourself, find what works, find where you are strongest, and leading your elbow past your rib, letting your shoulder blade plug back and down so that we're really pulling with our backs, not just bending our arms. And we want this to be a back exercise, not strictly a bicep exercise. Shake it off, weight goes to the side. We take it straight into push-ups. You're welcome. 30 seconds here, let's go. Nice and strong. You guys know, you're my veterans, you know the rules. You got lots of options for these push-ups. Strict push-ups, you can drop to your knees. You can turn them into tempo push-ups, taking 5 seconds on the way down, and then pressing back up. You can just do plank downs, focusing on that descent, and then bringing yourself up however you need to. You have 5 seconds to rock this out as much as possible. Shake that off and breathe. All right, we'll take 20 seconds and we are going to do one more crack at those same moves. Going straight from our A to our B. We'll take 20 seconds between each move. So grab that quick sip of water, that quick towel off. Remember, we started with our lateral lunge and our hammer curls. So 10 seconds away, we start with our lateral lunge and hammer curl. Really focus. Spine stays long, hips go back, heels are heavy, taking that curl at the top. Let's go. Big step to the side and taking that hammer curl. There you go. Nice, y'all. These look great. Perfect, perfect. Pressing the floor away. Can you match your exhalation to when you press back up? Match your breath to the movement. It sounds silly, but it works. When you breathe out, your core contracts, your abs contract. That's how you breathe out. So that builds stability through your core, through your abs. And science, that's all it is. It's just a little bit of physics, a little bit of anatomy, physiology. It's just science, you know. Sitting back into it. There you go, palms in, taking that curl. And 3, 2, 1, shake it off. That Bulgarian split squat or split stance squat is coming next. So remember, if you're taking that Bulgarian split squat, the rear foot is elevated. We'll start with that right foot either back or up. Chest stays lifted. Getting our depth by dropping the back knee, kicking into that right foot to build that stabilization through your hip, through your quad, and then pressing through the left foot to bring yourself up and down. So, kick, kick, kick. That glute is strong. That hip is stable. That breath is still paired with the movement. That exhalation as you press the floor away. Nice, Vanessa. Love it, love it, love it. Good control. Shake it off. Quick switch. Either foot elevated or behind you. Drop it down. Drive through. Now, as we get tired, we may find that we start to kind of lean forward into it. Try to stay as lifted as possible and think of a plumb line coming right off of that back knee. That left knee is an elevator. It goes straight up and straight down. See how my chest is staying right in line with the window frame? I'm not going forward and back. There you go. Last 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. We head down to the ground. We stay there for the next 2 minutes. I'm feeling generous. We just get to lie down and hang out. Chest press and overhead lat raise. First up is that chest press, either flat back or taking that decline by lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes, and pressing those weights together. When those weights come together, they should come together right over your heart, not over your nose, not over your belly button, but instead right over your heart. That's going to get the muscles that we want to be working to do most of the work here. And hips lift, neck long, shoulders down. Guess what? If you match breath to movement, it's going to help. We extend the arms over. That sharp exhalation draws the belly button in, protects your low back. As those arms come up, we don't want the low back to come off the ground. It's like you're slamming your hands down on a table. Boom, I object. Slowly lower or raise them. Boom, slam them down with some power, with some intensity. Keeping your neck long, shoulders down. Boom. All right, shake it off. We flip over. We have 60 seconds of work here. We've got our renegade rows. We've got our push-ups. And then et voila. C'est magnifique. That's it. Those might have been two different languages. I don't know. But here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hovering over. And we take our rows. I lived in Madrid. I know that neither of those or any of that was Spanish. None of it was Spanish. I barely am speaking English right now. So here we go. Drive your elbows past your ribs, neck long. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Trying to keep the hips nice and square. The shoulders can have a little natural rock so that we have some room to actually pull. But we want the hips to stay nice and square. And weight goes off to the side, 30 seconds, y'all. That's it, that's it, that's it. Yes, you can. We rock this out. Push-ups, plank downs, push-ups on the knees, incline push-ups. You put your feet on or hands on a couch, chair, whatever. Oops. Finding little bits of chocolate on our couch. Yeah, it's everywhere. We're messes. Here we go, 10 seconds. Y'all, I am sweating here. Let's do this thing. Last 3, 2, earn those trumpets. Whew. That's a thing, y'all. That's a thing. So, breathe, air towel, water, take what you need. And, all right. So now, we're gonna go into a section called A&A. Abs, and you can ask me what the other A stands for after class. So we got our A and A. We're gonna start off. It's gonna be, I believe, yes, 6 moves on each side. We're gonna do all one side and then all the other side. So we're really looking to burn out one side at a time. So first up, we're gonna take a secret agent man, but a unilateral secret agent man, which means because we want our right leg to work, our right foot is going to stay planted, our left hand will take the weight. That left foot will go back in space, secretly pass that weight under the right leg, and then we lift up and we secretly pass that weight under the left leg. Under the right, under the left. We're going to live in each of these shapes for about 45 seconds. So get comfy, y'all, because 6 moves, 45 seconds each. It's the thing. So, right foot stays put, left hand takes the weight in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Left foot back, it goes under the right leg. Left foot up, it goes under the left leg. The only time that that weight switches hands is under our leg. So, that right leg is now doing a lot of that work. So, we're looking to start building that hip stability, that quad and glute strength. There you go. That core stability. And 15 seconds. We're gonna put that weight down in about 10 seconds and just drop this right into a bird dog with that right leg moving. In 3, 2, 1. That weight's gonna go down. Right leg will extend out, which means left arm extends out. Squeeze that right glute, and then bring elbow to knee. Right leg, left arm, elbow to knee. Right leg, left arm, elbow to knee. There you go. Nice, 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 y'all. Get cozy. Right leg, left arm, elbow to knee. And what we don't want is that low back to sink here. So as we lift the right foot and as we lift that left arm, we're also lifting our belly button into our spine, staying nice and strong through glute, lat, and core. Abs, belly button draws in. We extend and contract. We extend and contract in about 5, 4, 3, 2, coming into a tabletop. It's not the most elegant of moves, but it's called a fire hydrant. So tabletop, you're gonna open that right knee out to the side. Just swinging that right knee like it is a gate that you are opening and closing. This is gonna hit the outside of the glute. So at a different angle, that knee comes out to the side and then right back in. We're just hitting the outside of that right glute here. Let's go. No rest for the weary. These go straight from one move to the next. And swing that right knee out. And hips opening. Feeling the outside of that right glute. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're hitting full 360 degrees around that hip, that booty. And we're gonna flip on over in 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, left foot to the sky, single leg bridge. So hips are gonna stay square. Right foot's gonna pull as close to your hips as possible. We press through the right foot and lower. So that left foot should be trying to put a footprint on the ceiling. And really making sure that it is the glute that's lifting the hips, not an arch in the low back. If you feel like you're leading with your belly button instead of your pelvis, drop that lead. There we go. Think, I don't know, John Wayne leading with his hips. So drive through the floor, lift the hips, squeeze that right glute. This is the last move for that right booty, that right hip. 10 seconds left. I know it burns. That's kind of the point. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. That right leg's going to extend out. You're going to take your right hand to your left toe and then bring it back out. We bring right hand to left toe and we bring it back. So now we're just getting that small little cross-body crunch. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can take your right hand to the outside of your left leg. That'll take the rotation, the little oblique work, a little deeper. And then, of course, if you're starting to feel this more in your hip flexors or your back, you can just bend that knee in and take a little crunch. But really think, leading your heart. It's almost as though you're trying to bring your heart to your knee. Your heart to your knee. And just think about what's leading. That'll get the right muscles involved. In 3, 2, 1, we just hold a hollow hold, that little boat pose. 30 seconds here, and we get 30 seconds to breathe. So we're balancing right on the tailbone, scooping out the abs, tucking your tailbone under. You sit up into this, it's gonna lighten the load a little bit. You sit back into this, it makes it a little bit more fun and exciting. 15 down, 15 to go. You got it, you got it, you got it. Nice, Mark, love it. Nice, Vanessa, perfect, Jeff. Yes, Olga, let's go, let's go. We got 8, 7, 6, 5. We breathe in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds to breathe. Guess what? We get to do it all on the other side. So 30 seconds to reset. Now, that left side, spoiler alert, stabilizing through the right side is already going to be a little tired and fatigued. So this side will likely be harder. Left foot will stay put. Right foot's going to dance, which means that right hand will start with the dumbbell. Remember, we started with that secret agent man. Right foot back, pass it under, and then we bring it up under that right leg. So step back with the right, and then pull that right knee up. There you go. And we slow it down here, finding balance, finding stability. Nice, there you go. I'm not a basketball fan, I'm from Pittsburgh, and we never had an NBA team, and I was 5 feet tall going into high school, so it's not like I was exactly much of a basketball player. So I'm not a huge basketball fan, but channel your inner, I don't know, D Wade. Does he even still play? I don't know. So press the floor away, balance. Dennis Rodman. I know that he doesn't play, but that was a great documentary. The Michael Jordan one. It's fantastic. So good. That was one of our quarantine binges that we got through. Football, however, after I teach, I'm going to post up on the couch and not leave it for the rest of the day because it's the start of football season. So shake it off, even though my Steelers don't play until Monday. All right, what's next? Bird dogs. Left leg out, right arm. Left foot, right arm. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Left foot, right arm, elbow to knee. Once again, it's not just the heel and the hand that are lifting to the sky. The belly button draws in as well. Although I'm super bummed because the Steelers are finally playing the Giants. And of course, there's no crowds. So it's not like I could even go to the game. And 20 seconds. And considering how my Penguins looked in the playoffs this year, not good. All right, 5 seconds away. In 3, 2, 1, shake it off. Coming into that tabletop, remember that fire hydrant. The visualization is in its namesake. It's not an elegant move, but it's an effective move. It's gonna get the outside of your glute, the outside of your hip screaming at you. And sometimes if you widen the base of your hands, having a little wider stance with your hands, that can give you a little extra stability. And the same thing, we protect our low back here by lifting our belly button and pressing into our 3 points of contact, our hands and our knee. And we're just swinging that left knee open like it's a gate. And let's go. 10 seconds. 7 away. And 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. We flip on over. Left foot's gonna plant. Right foot will lift to the sky. Left foot pulls in as close as we can get it. Right foot to the sky. Press the floor away and lift and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Hips stay square. Try not to let your tail wag. Try not to let one hip point kind of lead the way, but instead think of that glute, think of that hamstring doing the work of lifting, holding for 1 second, and then lowering back down. And 20 seconds, and then we're done with this glute work. And then we move on to the second A, that ab work. Even though all of this is ab stuff as well, all core stability. 3, 2, 1, shake it off. Extend your left leg out. Left hand is reaching for right toes, and we lower it back down. Left hand to right toes. Option exists of extending all the way out between reps. You do you. Once again, you want to get a little deeper. You can take the hands to the outside of your shin. You can try to bring your elbow to the outside of the knee for a crunch. It's kind of like a one-sided bicycle. And you do what feels great on your body. Like I said, you've already shown up. You already showed up. I don't know. Finishing it off. 15 seconds. We'll take that little breather, and then we take it straight into that hollow hold, and that's where we finish, y'all. Yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. In 3, 2, 1. Shake that off, rock the hips. We take this into that final hollow hold, balancing on the tailbone. Scoop out the abs, tuck your tailbone under. Chest is proud and lifted and open. Breathe and smile. That's all you got to do. There it is, Vanessa. I see that smile from here. Perfect. Love it. There we go, Mark. I'll pretend that's a smile. Here we go. Love it, love it. Nice, 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 Jeff. I just see the top of your head. You're crushing it, though. There it is. And home stretch, home stretch. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you're feeling it in your hip flexors, if you're feeling it in your low back, tuck your tailbone under. You're like a dog who just went pee in the living room. Tuck your tailbone under. And 3, 2, 1. Trumpets. Awesome. 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 Breathe. All right, y'all. Time flies when you're having fun. We finished this thing off with our last little set. And there you go.
I gave up.
My wife says that she gave up. You saw her floral matching pajama set go scooting by. All right. So take that breath if you need to. Quick little hip flexor stretch. Quick little low back, whatever you need. Reset. This time, 40 seconds of a toning move, 20 seconds of a burnout, and then we get 20 seconds to chill. So we're gonna start. First tandem is going to be our little scap raises here, softening the knees, especially if you have heavier weights. These are gonna start to burn pretty quickly, but the knees are soft, tailbone's tucked under, and you're gonna flap your wings, bringing them right out. If it's a little too much to just keep going to the sides, you can go side and front, and then we're taking our overhead presses as that 20-second burnout. So in 5 seconds, soften your knees, tuck your tailbone under, nice and strong through the core, flap the wings, either out to the side, or you can go side and front. Trying not to let that sway, that swing come in. And the hands don't really have to go much higher than the shoulders. What happens when we go higher than the shoulders is we tend to do this. And we don't want that. We want to keep our neck nice and long, our shoulders down, our core strong. And whoops. Woo. Can he save it with the weights in his hands? Yes. There we go. So one of the reasons that we're packing up our apartment in 3, 2, 1, rack them. We can either go 2 hands together. This final 20 seconds should burn. Or if that's a little much, we can take that alternating, but burn it out, whatever you have left. So as I was saying, one of the reasons that we're getting out of our apartment, we're gonna travel for the next 4 months. No real reason to be in New York right now for us. Shake it off. And when we come back, we're gonna try to get a bigger apartment. That's the goal. So shake that off. Next up, sumo lunge with a twist. Feet are wide, toes point out. Chest is gonna stay lifted. We're gonna drop down into this. We're gonna swing that back foot in, swing that back foot out. Swing that back foot in, swing that back foot out. Let's go. You can take that weight. You can even add in a little, some type of little curl just to get it up and over the knee. But the goal is to stay low, burn out, that slow burn. You can put the weights down if this is a little too much. We want to keep the heels heavy, chest lifted. Don't let the chest start to fall. Lift, stay tall, stay strong, stay proud. There we go, lift that chest, Vanessa, here we go. Smile, there it is. Nice. In 3, 2, 1, weights go down, we go out and ins. Out and ins, 20 seconds. We burn it out, burn it out. Light on the feet, pop it in, pop it out. Let me begin, here we go. Light on the feet, same shape. We're deep in the squat, the chest is lifted. Remember our Frogger from the beginning of the class? Hips lower than shoulders. Whew, that's it. All right.
Side plank roll throughs. We're gonna roll from one side plank to the other, one side plank to the other, and then we're going to push planks. So, whoo, y'all, those burn. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. We roll from one side plank to the other. Stack your hand on shoulder, on elbow. Stack your hip on top of your hip. We roll from one side to the other. Neck is long. Don't let yourself sink into your neck and shoulders. Hips are lifted. There's a little campfire right under your hips. Don't roast your marshmallows. And 10 seconds away. Push planks. We're going high plank to low plank to high plank. 3, 2, 1. Widen the feet. Alternate high plank to low plank to high plank. Hips and shoulders nice and square. And press and lower. Once you hear that bell, 5 seconds, that's it. Don't give up on yourself now, so close. And shake it off. 20 seconds. All right, last one. Clock lunge, holding those weights once again, if you want it. Forward lunge with the right, out lunge with the right, reverse lunge with the right. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. We go forward with or without the weights. Lateral lunge, reverse lunge, and now left leg. Reverse lunge with the left, lateral lunge with the left, front lunge with the left. Reverse it. We go forward lunge with the left, lateral lunge with the left, reverse lunge with the left, and then reverse lunge with the right. So we're just thinking of a clock. It's called a clock lunge. In 10 seconds, we finish this off with that plyo lunge. If the plyo lunge is not in the repertoire, don't worry about it. Just go for some speed lunges. In 3, 2, 1. We put those weights down. Plyo lunge, dropping the back knee, driving through the front heel. It's 15 seconds. That's it. That's all. In 5, in 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Take a deep breath. All right. And whew. Slow down your breath, slow down your heart. Whew. Shoulders roll up and back. Shoulders roll forward. And interlace your fingers above your head, palms to the sky. Lean over to the left side, gaze under the right arm. Feel all that work we did in our right side. All that unilateral work. Bring it up and over. Leaning to the right, gazing under the left arm. Deep breath in. Bring it back up, interlacing fingers behind your back. Once again, it's called the undo your Zoom call stretch. Get your palms to touch. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Extend your arms as far down the backside as you can. See if you can straighten your arms. Chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. And widening your feet. Sitting deep into it. Using your elbows to take a little bit of a twist. Releasing your low back. Opening your inner thighs. And just like that work we did, spin that back foot, drop the knee this time, and we'll take that little lean into our hip flexor stretch. Once again, tucking the tailbone under, curling those hips, stretching through the front of your groin, your hip. And then we get a little twist here. You can take your right hand, place it on the outside of your left knee, and then reach your left hand back towards your right foot. You will probably not get very far. That's not the point. It's just about breathing into this twist and shake that off. We can switch which foot is down. Left knee down, right foot comes forward. And we'll start with that same shifting of the weight forward and then tucking the tailbone under. Really feeling that stretch through the hip flexor, through your groin first. Couple of deep breaths here, and then that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand's gonna reach back towards those left toes. Opening your chest, feeling that stretch through the outside of your hip, your glute. And shaking that off, coming down to a seat. Just a little popcorn in the legs, shaking out anything there. Lifting up tall, hinging at your hips. Before you round your back at all, see how far you go with a flat back. I don't go very far. Couple of deep breaths here. And then you can round over, and then you can get a little deeper, reaching for toes, ankle, shin, calf. Whatever's available to you. Letting the breath fill your low back. And walking your fingertips behind you, lifting your heart to the sky. Once again, here's where I make all of my weird faces. Releasing my face, my jaw, my neck, my shoulders, my heart, my chest. And one more time, we'll stack, we'll meet in the center. Hands stack overhead, stack over hips. Bring those hands down to your heart, capturing all of the light, all of the love. Take it with you today and always. Awesome, 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 awesome work. Thank you all. I will pop you guys off mute so that we can say hi. And then you guys are off to your day. Nicely done. Awesome job, y'all.
Thank you.